Spiro Spero get well while I breathe. I hope Dum Spiro Spero got
An Atheist's Prayer for Donald Trump. You can close your eyes and listen to this prayer while holding firm to the belief that prayer, even an atheist's prayer, has the power to sway the outcome of a situation. Or you can read this prayer out loud with or without this narrated version playing. Or you can listen to the narration and simply say out loud at the end of each prayer verse, "Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer." Of course, you can always pick out just one verse and read it out loud, or whisper it to the cosmos if the need arises. For instance, if Donald Trump appears to be losing the plot on Twitter, then go to the Twitterverse, which is verse number 13, and so on, for whatever unfolding circumstances may take form in the bizarre Trumposphere. If you're listening to this podcast outside of the dumspirospero.world website, you will need to visit dumspirospero.world for the words to this atheist's prayer for Donald Trump. Just click the link. Verse 1. Narrator, but not leader, equal among all. With all our heart, mind, and soul, let us pray. Let us lay our requests and supplications before the infinite matrix, the great grand cosmos, the divine consciousness, the never-ending universal intelligence, saying, "Hear this atheist's prayer." Verse 2. For the qualities of Donald Trump. Inspire Donald Trump, who leads and serves as the President of the United States of America. May he be guided and directed by hope, peace, and charity. Let these three virtues be at the heart of all his decisions. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 3. For the heart and soul of Donald Trump. Help Donald Trump show compassion to all the citizens of the United States. Help him be a respecter of all. May he show equal favor to everyone, regardless of race, color, nationality, religion, disability, and sexuality, etc. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 4. For the mind of Donald Trump. Protect Donald Trump's mind from all vexations, disturbances, and chemical imbalances. Instead, let his mind be host to calm, clarity, and rational thinking. Let his mind be a wellspring of sound judgment. Let his mind function with heightened reasoning. Bring him optimum mental healthfulness. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 5. For Donald Trump and the truth. Help Donald Trump to know the difference between the truth and a lie. Let him be drawn to the truth and turn away from all falsehoods and fabrications. Let only truth flow from out of his heart, mind, and mouth. And if lies are told about him, help him to be stable and turn his attention away from fake news. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 6. For Donald Trump and gender, race, and disability equality. Encourage Donald Trump to not be swayed by our differences. Let him embrace diversity. Let him judge woman, man, girl, and boy by the content of their character, not their gender, sexuality, race, or any type of disability. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 7. For Donald Trump on immigration. Remove the blinkers of prejudice and racism from Donald Trump's eyes. Let him initiate fair and equal immigration policies. Let him justify entry based on need and merit. Let his heart warm to the diversity of religions and belief systems. Let him welcome those of all colours, religions, and nationalities from all countries. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 8. For Donald Trump's mindset on peace with North Korea. Help Donald Trump settle any dispute with North Korea by jaw as opposed to war. Guide him to walk the path of diplomacy with North Korea. Reveal to him the deep and hidden horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Show him the utter mad folly of the US ever using nuclear weapons again. Cause him to quickly gain and grasp the concept of mutually assured destruction. Let him be unconditionally repelled by the abhorrence of nuclear weapons. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 9. For Donald Trump and peace between Israel and Palestine. Show Donald Trump that for peace between Israel and Palestine to prevail, both sides have to be treated with the utmost fairness. Help him realize that his contentious embassy decision only serves to promote discord and animosity and further the pain and plight of peoples on both sides. Let him be an instigator of the peace solution by also placing an embassy in East Jerusalem in recognition of the state of Palestine, as well as an embassy in West Jerusalem in recognition of the state of Israel. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 10. For Donald Trump and money. Show Donald Trump that money should never be used as a blackmail bargaining tool. Let him realize that cutting off funding for Palestinian refugees is cruel. Let him recall the Aesop's fable of the north wind, sun, man, and coat. Instead of blowing a cold, aggressive wind upon the people of Palestine, help him realize that shining a light of charitable warmth on the Palestinian people will at least not further erode the peace process between Israel and Palestine. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 11. For Donald Trump and the environment. Cause Donald Trump to put the environment before big business. Let him become sensitive to the needs of Mother Earth. Show him the independent scientific evidence that climate change is real. Help him also understand that sacred sites such as Standing Rock, where the land is much loved and the water is uncontaminated, should not be desecrated by pipelines. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 12. For Donald Trump and his ego. Help Donald Trump to become mindful of his ego. Cause him to understand that his time in presidential office should be spent serving the people to their betterment, as opposed to fighting a futile, vainglorious, and petty battle with the media. Let him turn away from silly, immature provocations and instead concentrate his mind on selfless matters. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 13. For Donald Trump and Twitter. Help Donald Trump to think before he tweets. Cause him to refrain from erratic tweeting. Help him to not start or become drawn into power of the pen sparring sessions. Show him that serious policy decisions ought to be considered with much depth of thought and as many words as will suffice, and not constrained by 140 to 280 characters. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 14. For Donald Trump and the World Wide Web and net neutrality. Bring to Donald Trump's attention the democratizing soft power of the internet. Help him understand that a neutral and accessible internet is an essential utility in the new digital age. Cause him to realize that many small businesses rely on an internet where all traffic is served at the same speed. Show him that the internet is a bastion of free speech. Help him learn to simply ignore free speech he doesn't like. Let him become a proponent of a non-cableized open internet. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Verse 15. For Donald Trump and the world. Cause Donald Trump to realize that no country or continent is a shithole. Help him understand the geographic, geopolitical, and economic maladies of many third world and developing countries. Bring to his attention that trade tariffs are mostly weighted in the favor of developed countries. Show him too that many people from developing countries are highly trained and have degrees. Let him also understand that he is the president of one of the most powerful countries in the world. Free him from all anger, animosity, and resentment. Bring complete sanity to his mind and compassion to his heart. Merciful universe, hear this atheist's prayer. Do you have a verse that you'd like to add to this atheist's prayer for Donald Trump? If yes, please send your verse to office@dumspirospero.world, along with your first name and surname if you wish, or you can remain anonymous. Furthermore, if you'd like to, you can narrate your verse and send the audio file to us by email, and we will add it to this podcast. Quote by Yeshua, aka Jesus Christ. Pray for those who persecute you.